Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. That man can leap, Charles. How do you defend a pass like that and a receiver that good?
Partner, you're really doing it through prayer because you can cover them totally downfield, but at the end, their athleticism actually allows them to uncover themselves and go over the top of you and make a play. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a first down carry by Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Dubliners with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Brown. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So now after the timeout, they'll try for it one more time. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Back to throw now on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A 1st down carry for Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jay Howard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
No. Check. Patriot.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So they're going to go for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he bowls over him. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll look to throw here. Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll drop the throw. And this one caught by Coates. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Jay Howard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I'll Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On third down, Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're going to look to throw. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Surveying the field. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... football back. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's the backup Winston. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing left side, it's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. A good pickup there at 22.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a handoff to Henry. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown! Martavis Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And they get 28 yards on that one. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On the counter, it's Henry, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Now back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make the quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Winston. Green with a catch left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And this defense, they needed that 1 more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that 1 more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Let's go now. Blue ready.
Again, it's Bell. And able to break 1 tackle. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They've got his man complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up? Or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, execute it.
They come out here in the eye. One last shot now for Winston. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheers, everyone, from Dublin.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get you down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids and being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically right, a vigorous spinner right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the spectre, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the present now. Present. Come out.
Take me